sense. And let's see if they make another draft here. That makes a lot of sense, Trevor.
Well, let's talk about these bans. We saw Fnatic detouring from the standard, let's say, by banning out 3 supports. Today, it's no surprise to see Draven targeted to the Wolves. It's actually their most banned champion, 5 out of their 7 games. And Sivir from Kionen, it's what he got the, was it 17 KDA last week?
And it's weird when you allow yourself to get counterbanned. You know, when usually you have these one-trick ponies or these oddball champions, usually it's very hard to ban them out because you have to ban so many meta things already. Because Copenhagen Wolves are not drawing enough meta bans on their own. h2k can comfortably just target the one man that has all the pressure on his shoulders. Freeze, immediate Draven ban, immediate Kalista ban. Copenhagen Wolves initiated the Sivir ban, which is really good against h2k. It really brings their style together, so I like it. And then all the rest goes to the other threat on the team. They're getting his Fizz and his Rumble banned out. Might even see an early Maokai pick up for the Wolves here, because that seems to be one of the few champions Youngbuck is very comfortable on. Both junglers still up, so we can see a swap there. And h2k is saying, okay, Soren, you're most comfortable on Azir. We're just going to take that away. We have 2 bans on Freeze here. Let's see how this plays out.
We'll find out. What do Copenhagen Wolves prioritize? This is, of course, one of the big threats. You know, we touched on the whole Soaz and Huni comparison earlier. How teams ban Huni. They target ban Huni every game.
Oh, we forgot about Ryze. I do this all the time.
They've target banned Freeze. We'll see what he gets his hand on. Ryze is locked in.
Yeah, I probably should have remembered that. -1 for you, Crepo. Alistar is open.
Too.
It's likely we see that drafted in the first
I'm trying to
round.
run through the list now. Like, what else have we forgotten?
Don't forget about the OPs. I remember the Alistar. Could be a solid pickup. However, Sing has proven to play other champions too. Definitely do that.
It would also be his first Alistar of summer. Played Annie, Janet, Morgana, and Thresh.
h2k traditionally goes Rek'Sai here because they seem to favor it over Gragas when they have the choice to pick any tier 1s. Usually Ryu would lock in early LeBlanc here too, which he got nerfed. But they must have left Ryze open with a plan. Either maybe Cho'Gath coming out later, or they have a different plan to shut him down.
Well, that's Cho'Gath worked for Fnatic. For h2k, 3 games on that Rek'Sai for Lulex. He will be locking it once more. He's got an 18 KDA on that champion. Extremely effective. And Kasing is going to stick to Thresh. So Alistar is up if Unlimited would like to go that route.
But why would you leave both Ryze and... like, why wouldn't you just leave Ryze and Kalista open? Because now you're giving away Ryze. You're not picking Alistar yourself, so you're giving Alistar to Unlimited Raider. You can pick it up on this rotation as well if he wants. You're just giving up a lot of power picks here. Tier 1 jungler too. So Copenhagen Wolves have the makings of a potentially good draft. They just have to be wary of the counter pick. h2k with Prawley should have an answer for this Ryze. They should have a plan. Whether it's a lane swap and shut him down that way and just camp the hell out of him. Or maybe Echo Rek'Sai top lane. Try and shut him down.
I definitely think we have to step back. I mean, Airwax said last week that if Echo was free, he'd pick it instantly every game.
Yeah, but...
we'll see whether or not Dentist gives him permission to. Because we've also heard that players have gone on their own little rampages for champion picks in the last 2 weeks.
Ooh, new Jace. Got buffed a little bit. Echo, yeah?
So,
Echo over Gragas. Potential steal here, though. Because maybe they're afraid of if Odoamne has been practicing Echo top lane.
I really just want to highlight, I'm not seeing a whole lot of natural synergy here. Ryze wants to be up front, Jace wants to poke.
They still
Echo needs a lot of setup, so we'll see if they can get that from their AD carry and support.
Yeah, but they can still mend it all together, you know. They're going to get the Alistar, and Alistar puts together pretty much any team comp, if they so choose to. Morgana's still open too if they want to Black Shield, but... poking mid laner right now. And then you have the Echo to go in with Disruption. I still feel Gragas would have been a better pick with these 2 picks because you have more peel, more disengage.
I have to highlight, unless Odoamne runs that Gragas top lane like Cabochard has, this will be the first game in the summer split that Gragas does not get picked or banned in 4 weeks of gameplay. Not looking likely at this stage in the matchup, as that Jinx and Gnar will be the final lock-in. So Hyanin going to have a lot of ducking and dodging and diving required against the comp that Copenhagen Wolves has got together already.
Yeah, but he'll get to the laning phase pretty much unscathed because there's so many threats out. You know, the strong individual AD carries are out. Draven and Kalista. Sivir's out too. So you're the hyper carry. Caitlyn's open, but Jinx is fine against the Caitlyn, especially when she's paired with a melee support. You know, Caitlyn doesn't have a big range advantage eventually over Jinx because if she levels rockets, you know, that'll match out eventually. And melee support is not enough to punish you. And even if h2k choose to lane swap, they will just tear down through these towers quickly as well. So I like the Jinx pickup because it gets opened up due to the triple 80 carry bans. You still have to be careful, but I mean, Kasing peels well, Rio peels well. But what is Rio gonna go for eventually? We see a repeat Lulu like he did last time.
Well, we'll find out in a moment or two. You can imagine the amount of peel they've got from the other positions. It wouldn't be too surprising. Rio's Lulu last week ended up playing almost like an assassin. He ended 8, 2, and 11.
Yeah, because he got that quarter kill in mid lane and then walked in the tower and started taunting with his staff.
86% kill participation last week. I mean, fantastic performance. In my opinion, the best Lulu of the split.
I think he wants to LeBlanc, but he's not quite sure if it's going to work. It's tricky to play into like Alistar and Ryze because one snare on your slow W gets you punished. So they're going back to a protected Jinx comp. This in the later stages, week 6, 7 of Spring Split, these got played a lot. A lot of these protected Jinx comps. And these are actually what h2k wants to do. Get slow and steady through the laning phase, group up for objectives, get the Jinx rolling eventually. However, they're facing an enormous late game threat on the Copenhagen Wolves. Ryze, Jace, and Caitlyn all scaled tremendously well into the late game.
I'm so scared of Soaring getting ahead. If he gets those Jace accelerated power blasts down, gonna put the hurting onto h2k. This 5'11", he has been tweaked. We'll touch on Jace in game, but h2k, it's all about getting Hyanan ahead and keeping him ahead. Yeah,
but they can still shut down Youngbuck on the top lane too with the new Gnar. If he gets rolling, we saw last game, Gnar traditionally was like this, you know, tanking member that just built armor and built a lot of HP and just became unkillable. But right now with the addition of the new Black Cleaver, we see a lot of damage potential coming out as well. If he gets the lead on Youngbuck and gets the camp from the Rex side on the top lane, he can definitely snowball too and yet again became that triple threat with the utility from Ryu in the mid lane that we highlighted in the pregame. But finally, a good draft by the Copenhagen Wolves, and we've been waiting for this.
Yeah, they did say, we heard that it was, of course, getting the coach back on stage is going to help out. We'll see if it's going to have any impact on their in-game decision-making. They are running Jace, they are running Echo, they are running Ryze. All of these things are going to require a little bit more setup and slightly smarter positioning. Hashtag CW win, hashtag h2k win. Will CW pick up their third win of the split, or will h2k go 6-1?
Now, I wonder where Arax is going to put his priority, because I think that will decide a lot in this game. Because obviously the number one priority for h2k is to get that Jinx ahead, get her rolling.
We know where the crowd's allegiances lie, Crepo. So we know
Weird way to spell Crepo, but
we know where the focus lies for both of these respective teams. My eyes are definitely going to be on Lulex's Rek'Sai. Again, he's won all of the games that he's played. If memory serves, this is the 4th time in 7 games. Slightly lower kill participation, but a much improved KDA.
now I would want to see normal lanes with Lulex starting on the weak side, so he can go for the gank later. Oh, hang on.
He's with an early...
Oh, the hook!
The death sentence connects! Kasing Kaching! He's got the flash, he's got the heal. Can he get the first blood? Boomerang Blade doesn't connect. Hyanan with the rocket, flash forward. One more!
Ooh.
It's secured by Erwamne. And Hyanan with a greedy flash doesn't secure. Oh. He gets knocked into Katawa. Kasing gets another one. Hyanan's gonna get an assist. Just the one. And h2k are already in the lead.
Alright, that was a little funny. Not gonna lie. But fantastic hook by Kasing. Predicts a flash almost, because I think he started casting that hook right as the flash came out. Beautiful follow-up. Copenhagen Wolves get a little lucky that they get Hyaran's flash for free at the end of it. But Odo Omni, this is big. He picks up first blood, gets some gold. If he can shop, he can get item advantage on the Ryze, but yeah, I like the swap. Keep the Ryze down early. Gnar with an advantage already. Experience advantage, you know. Can keep his own. h2k initiating a swap and starting on their weak side, and this is good for them. They want to shut down Youngbuck right now, because he doesn't double jungle all that well. Gnar double jungles a lot better.
We'll see how they decide to handle themselves. I touched on first bloods last game, Crepo. h2k 6 first bloods in 7 games.
And Unlimited was forced to start W as well. Like, no! Don't do that one!
And we've also got a highlight. That's Odo Wamne's 3rd first blood picked up. You know, it's something that we keep looking at for h2k. We've always talked about how good they are between 10 and 20 minutes. But you never really realize how good they are in the laning phase. They actually hold. Oh, he's caught
He wanted
Airwax
the wolf.
again.
He didn't want Airwax. He wanted that juicy wolf, but Airwax throws himself into the hook. He knows Kasing is alone. Knows Ignite is down, so he's good.
Well, manages to get away unscathed, but I wanted to just highlight really quickly. First blood there, 4-1 there, we said that already. 3 out of their 7 games. And just to finish up the point, at 10 minutes, h2k have the highest average gold lead at 800 gold. So in the summer split, they're actually getting ahead during the first 10 minutes better than anybody else. And it's not something I personally feel or expected when we took a look at the numbers.
And they're just